Good Monday morning, everyone. Good Monday morning, everyone. This is Christine Peckstein with Move Into Action, and I will tell you what, this has been an action-packed morning. This is actually the second time that I am doing this segment. The first time we did it, the video feed wasn't working, and then we found out that the audio feed we had completely lost. So, practice makes perfect, right? We're going to start this Monday off just perfectly. So we're going to do it again. Anyways, here we are. We're back. This segment here is about the weekend catch-up routine. We don't know if you have ever felt it. I know that I coach individuals all the time who have been inundated by the weekend catch-up syndrome. It's something that I call the rut of weekend catch-up. We get caught in this life cycle, and it really affects us in ways that make it difficult for us to enjoy our weekends. In fact, I know lots of times that there are people that will actually beat themselves up over their weekends. Well, why would somebody beat themselves up over their weekend? It's fairly simple. We push all of this stuff off. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and we save it for the weekend. I'll get caught up this weekend. That big pile of dishes out there, I'll get caught up this weekend. That big thing of laundry out there, I'll just get caught up this weekend. The yard, the car, yeah, I know I need to wash that. I know I need to mow. In the garage, we need to clean that out. Well, you know what? We're just going to push all that off to this weekend. Oh, the grocery shopping, we'll push it off to this weekend. You see where we're going with this? This is why our weekends, many times, it's very difficult, if not impossible, for us to enjoy ourselves because we're so busy trying to catch up with everything that we've taken from Monday all the way through Friday, and we have pushed it off to our weekend. Well, when the weekend gets there, then we can become frustrated very easily because we feel overwhelmed. And so by the time Friday hits, we can be overwhelmed with everything that we've just come out of from that week, all the stuff that you survived during that week, the activities, the work, the scheduling issues, and so forth. You've just gotten through all that, and so you're looking forward to your weekend until you look at that to-do list, until you look around your house and you see all of those things that you've pushed off to the weekend, and they've built up, and they're sitting there, and they're staring you right in the face. And that is extremely difficult to deal with. It can create insanity in your life and just cause a whole feeling of overwhelmedness, if that's even a word. But you'll just feel overwhelmed and inundated, and so you know you have to get this stuff caught up, but there's a part of you, too, that needs rest, and you need relaxation and rejuvenation. And you know what? You need some fun. We all need to have some fun in our lives. And so that's what today's show is dedicated to, is this rut of catch-up. I want you to stop and think as I take you through this. Are you leaving your stuff? Is everything building up to that weekend catch-up thing where you're just going to have to do it all on the weekend, and then the weekend gets there? Do you sense yourself being overwhelmed and overloaded even on your weekends, and then you're starting the next week without even having a chance to unwind, without having any fun? And so you're carrying that overwhelmedness from last week into this week, and it continues and it continues and it builds. And this is how even burnout in our own lives, it doesn't have to be burnout from work, it doesn't have to be burnout from a specific function or activity that we're involved in. It can absolutely be burnout in life that just affects us because we don't have a chance to really stop and enjoy our weekends. We don't have a chance to stop and rejuvenate. We are cleaning, we're doing laundry, we are running errands. Now, I don't know about you. I know many of you who follow me on social media, you know that I will post these insane posts that say I'm living in my car again because I have 3 teenagers and we have 1 car in my family, so I'm the driver, which means that I'm driving everybody around to meet the demands of their schedules, and it can be insane at times. So those weekends that come around, the last thing I want to do is get in my car and drive. Now, I have to sometimes, but it's not so bad because in my family we have come up with this system, and I'll tell you about how we do it and what led to it so that you kind of understand where I'm going with this and how this episode can help you. Now, I'm doing this simultaneous. I'm doing it on the radio live because every Monday morning I have a live radio show, but I am also doing this live on a Google Hangout. So we're going to see how this goes. This is the second time I have attempted this morning. And so I'm really praying that I don't lose my audio like I did the last time and that my video works. So I just checked it. It looks like it's doing fine. I'm not going to mess with it. I think I'm just going to keep going. But I have to watch my time because I only have so long. I try to keep the segments in 15 minutes or less so you can get on with your busy day and I can get back to coaching. But okay, so let me get back on track here. So we're looking at our weekends and all of the activities that we have to do. Sometimes our weekends is not even the cleaning, the cooking, the laundry, and all that, the yard work that we have to get caught up on. Sometimes it's other people's activities that we're trying to do and to participate in. And it's almost too much. Sometimes that can be overwhelming because if you have kids that have activities, you've got a spouse that has activities, you've got you that has activities, you've got friends that are having activities, and then they invite you to participate in their activities, and you've got family that might plan activities, and they're inviting you to participate in their activities. And so you've got all these activities, and you're like, I don't even know which ones to participate in. I am so overwhelmed. There's just too many activities. And sometimes there are weekends when we really want nothing more than just to chill out and enjoy home. How many times are you away from home where you just want to stop and enjoy the home that you're blessed to keep, the home that you're blessed to have, where you can just sit down and rest? You don't have to go anywhere. Sometimes just gathering around the dinner table and having dinner together, that can feel like a vacation because our lives are so overwhelming at times. Sometimes it's just gathering the kids and sitting down to play a board game or video games. Yes, and now I'm recommending video games. If you can sit at home during some of your weekends, that is a huge blessing because so many times during the week, we're so busy we don't even have a chance to really calm down and enjoy the environment that we do call home. So it's not just about being home to clean and do laundry and maintain it. Yes, those things are important, but it's also equally important for us to prioritize at times and mark off on your calendar, we're just going to stay home. There's nothing wrong with that. And you don't have to tell people what you're doing. You just tell them, I'm busy. That's more of the life management training, which is available at my website at moveintoaction.com. I give you all those tips and tricks tips and tricks to use the tools that you need, because if you try to explain it to everybody, people are not always going to respect what your priorities are. They're not a priority to them. And so you don't want to explain a lot of things. So we'll get into that another day, another time. If you want it now, head on over to moveintoaction.com and you can take advantage of the trainings and the coaching that I have there. For the sake of this show, though, we don't want to get caught in the rut of catch-up, where every weekend is overwhelming, where every weekend is busy, where every weekend is full. Yes, plan some time where you can just chill and be homebodies. It is good for the mind, it's good for the body, it's good for the soul. We need to make sure that we are scheduling that kind of time in. Now, another thing that you can do is stop waiting and taking your vacation once a year. Why do we do that? We want to take vacation once or twice a year where we actually get out of our normal routine to enjoy life. It blows my mind, and we do this all the time. Even me, I used to be so guilty of it. However, that's changed. How did my family change it? We changed it because we stopped using our weekends for the rut of catch-up. Our weekends are not the catch-all from everything left over in the week. One weekend a month, it is the catch-all. We do all the major yard work, all the major scrubbing, all the major stuff. We get it all done. It's almost like a spring cleaning 1 weekend a month. We get everything trimmed, everything, mowed and edged. And then the weeks in between that 1 weekend a month, the other weekends, we just do basic, simple maintenance. We go out, we mow, and that's it. It looks great. The edging and everything else is done so good on that 1 weekend a month it will last the rest of the month. So we do a quick mow, and we don't save it for that for Saturday and Sunday. What we do is, can we mow on Wednesday? Can we go ahead and squeeze that in? It takes us, what, an hour? Do we have an hour Wednesday after our activities, and we could go out with the extra daylight and get the mowing done. And then we don't have to mess with it this weekend. We're just going to commit an hour on Wednesday. On Thursday, could we spend an hour or two getting laundry caught up? And that way we're not stuck at home all day Sunday trying to get caught up on laundry. It'll be done. What could we do in 15, 30, and 1 hour increments each night of the week that would help take that weekend load and break it up into bite-sized and manageable pieces so that we are not inundated and feeling like we've just totally blown our whole weekend. And then we beat ourselves up because I still didn't get everything done. Are you kidding me? Wow. Now, if you have stuff that you're trying to do around the house, because we have a lot of fixer-uppers and things like that, and yeah, we want to do projects around the house, schedule a weekend a month where you're doing all your deep cleaning, your deep maintenance and everything. But then schedule a weekend a month where you're puttering around the house and you're doing little projects. But you still have 2 weekends a month, sometimes 3, depends on how many weekends are in that month. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5, where you can still schedule all these vacation-like activities. Grab your bicycles, grab your fishing poles. Sometimes don't even have a set agenda, just be spontaneous. Go for Sundays. What are the little shops and the things going on in your town that you're normally too busy to access because you are caught in that weekend rut? You push everything off to the weekend. We have to spend all weekend trying to get that done. No, we don't have time to do that. No, we don't have time to do that. Oh, I wish we had time to do that. I really wish we had more time for vacation. You can have a vacation any weekend you want to if you can reorganize and prioritize how you use your time, your energy, and your resources during the week to get this stuff done without killing yourself, because you're really not. But then on the weekends, you have the time to grab those bicycles, to go and visit friends, to go sit on your front porch and enjoy lemonade, sip it, just relax, and grab a magazine. I used to be one of the worst offenders. I would order these magazines with the hopes of I'm going to sit and relax and look at them, and they would just stack in a corner. And after a year, I'd look at them, and I'm like, I've maybe looked at 2. That's how busy I've been. So now it's a priority. By doing this stuff during the week, I find that on weekends, hey, you know the magazines I just got? Yeah, I'm going to go fix a lemonade, and I'm going to go sit on my front porch. I'm going to prop my feet up, and I'm going to enjoy this summer evening or this summer afternoon or this beautiful and glorious morning. I'm going to take my coffee out there, and I'm going to sit and I'm going to relax. That is normally what we save for those vacation times, but now we can incorporate them into every weekend and make our lives feel more like a vacation. We are breaking away from the normal. We're breaking away from the insanity. We're living intentionally, and this makes the biggest difference in your life. So I hope that you can look at your life and you can see, what am I doing to push everything off to the weekend? And how can we stop doing that? What would work for my family in the season of life that we're in so that we could implement some of these things, so that we would have more time and more energy just to have fun, so that we could mark time off on our calendar just to rest. If we're going to go lay in a hammock all day, put a big X in your calendar and go and lay in the hammock, and don't feel guilty about it. Put yourself on vacation and enjoy the weekends or whatever days off you have, because for everybody it's not Saturday and Sunday. Whatever days you have, take advantage of the time and use it for some me things. Don't feel guilty for using it for me. Don't feel guilty for the comforts of home and taking advantage of what that means to you and your children. You let your relationships absorb that, and just stop the insanity and reflect on the peace and the fun that you can have every day, every weekend. I'll bet it changes a lot for you. I know it did for us. All right, well, I think I got this to work. Everything on my end looks great. So I'm glad for those who were listening earlier that you bared with me, that you came back. I hope that this segment has done well also, that it will bring peace and hope to you. If you're feeling frazzled, if you're feeling a little bit insane and really not understanding how you can make small changes in your life that can affect and impact your 9 different life areas, I hope this has helped. In the meantime, because I do this show every Monday morning, in the meantime, if you want more information on the Life Management Show, The Gift of Gab, or if you would like to look at the life management tools and resources that I have available for everyone, or to sign up for the Kicking Butts Bootcamp, because that, Kicking Butts, we are going to eliminate every possible excuse for not changing our lives and living out our priorities that we could ever think of. Join me for that Kicking Butts Bootcamp. You'll get coached live, but get all the information you need today at moveintoaction.com. I'm Christine Peckstein, and I will see you there. You guys have a super day.